Monica, are you on the bridge line?
Okay.
Do we have a quorum for her on all these? Okay. Okay, so it looks like we have everybody but Monica. Okay, we're going to get started, right? You ready? And action. Good evening. It is Wednesday, September 9th, 2020 at 6:30 p.m. And I'd like to call the Urban Design Commission to order. May I have a roll call?
Arthur Clark.
Here.
Barbara Cash.
Here.
Carla Baxley.
Here.
Edith McKee.
Here.
Jerry Winchester.
Here.
Melissa Morse.
Present.
Nicole Ream.
Here.
Monica Sullivan. Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on to item B on our agenda tonight, which is minutes. May I have a motion to approve the minutes from
So
September
moved.
9th?
Seconded.
Was that Jerry?
Yes.
Jerry moves to approve the minutes.
And I'll second.
Art seconds. Is there any discussion of the minutes or corrections? Hearing none, the minutes are approved. We just lost Barbara. Okay. So moving on to the, special orders of business. Are there disclosures this evening? I believe there are. Melissa? Oh, she raised her hand. My apologies, Melissa. Yes, please.
I was absent on the September 9th meeting, so I would like to be excused from any voting for 2020-0113 and 2020-0114.
Thank you. Are there any other disclosures? Commissioner Clark, were you trying to speak?
No.
Okay. Okay. So Melissa was absent and will not be voting on case 2020-0113 and 2020-0114. Special orders of business, item number 2. Looks like we have a memorandum from Parks and Recreation for the Elderberry Park resubmittal for major site plan review. Do we have a presentation from staff on this?
No presentation per se, but just I'm here to answer any questions if any come up pertaining to the memo. It's basically letting the commission know that although the commission has a resolution for the approval of their previous approval for the Elderberry Park major site plan review on the agenda tonight, that the Parks and Recreation Department anticipates changing the alignment of the pathway on the previously approved site plan and moving some of the playground equipment slightly on the site plan to accommodate a grading issue that was found on M Street. So I'm here to answer any questions if there are any. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hodges. Are there any questions? Oh, Commissioner Morse, do you have a question?
I do not. I think that was from my...
My apologies, we've just
Previous.
pulled up the chat. There's a lot of moving parts here. Thank you. If there are no questions of staff or any discussion of the memorandum, we will move on to the consent agenda. Can I get a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Move to approve. This is Barbara Cash.
Thank you, Commissioner Cash.
Second. This is Jerry.
And a second from Commissioner Winchester. Does anyone wish to remove or speak to any of the resolutions this evening? You want me to say that? Carla. Oh, Melissa. My apologies. Okay, so there are no, nobody would like to remove any of the resolutions or discuss any of them, and also we will make sure to adjust the vote for Commissioner Morse's abstaining. Okay. Are there any objections? I think I already said that. Yeah, I did. If there are no objections, we have a motion to approve? Or a vote, is that what it is? I'm confused. It's passed, I'm so sorry. It's been a rough day. Okay, so the consent agenda has passed. And I believe that was the last item on the agenda this evening. Is there any comments or discussion from Secretary? Planning?
May I ask a question? May I ask a question?
Sure.
As we can seem to all hear each other it's on the computer, why aren't we using the sound system on the computer?
Why are we-
Or on the, yeah, in the meeting, in the team meeting thing, why aren't we using that rather than on the phone?
I believe it has to do with recording the call?
We don't have Teams Teams records the chat, but we don't have Teams on. It's going through the software.
Okay, so
Hold on just
we
one
don't
minute,
have-
I'm being talked, Lori can try to...
Through the
maybe-
chair, Mr. Clark, we do not have a contract with Teams to record the Teams meetings. We just record the chat for our record. We can make it public. But we go through the OnBase software, meeting software that we have here. And the bridge is wired into the chambers and goes to the live streaming. It's on the microphone.
Okay.
Okay? Does that make sense? Thank you.
So the
Well,
public...
if I may, I guess it kind of makes sense, but it still doesn't, it's still a mystery to me because it seems to be very, very cumbersome. But maybe that's just me.
Well, the fact that we cannot have a recording through MS Teams is why we have the bridge phone. So it's not that complicated.
Okay. Well, I understand that part. I guess I don't understand. We can do the meeting on the Teams, but that meeting isn't being recorded. It's just a visual so that we can see one another.
Exactly, and that we can see any kind of PowerPoints or presentations that the petitioners might bring in.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you for explaining.
It's not a perfect system, I will agree. And perhaps if this continues this way, we'll more...
And through the chair, the Teams chat, when you request to speak or have a motion or something, it kind of puts it in order, for the chair to recognize you. Otherwise, everybody's just speaking over each other on the microphones on the bridge.
Okay.
So I suppose, and actually in that, on that vein or in that note, we did not type our motions today. Okay. And just, Lori is just saying that's fine. It's just if there are more complicated amendments cases, things that we need to have more orderly conversation, it would be, the chat would be the way to sort of organize that. Okay. Anything else?